What's up guys, welcome to the channel. We're back with the WPL B14. If you watched the video I put up a few days ago with this, a few people might have got triggered, but generally I think most of you agreed. But my point was that the plastic drive shafts are a bit crap on these early ones, and that's the same as some other bigger brands where their plastic drive shafts are rubbish as well. And I spoke about grease not being put in my axial Capra. I was comparing the standard, the quality, or the quality control when they come out of the factory. I wasn't saying that this is better than a Traxxas TRX4, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I meant. Just talking about not everything's perfect when it's made. Anyway, brushing all that aside, plastic gears. We're going to remove the plastic gears. We're going to stick some metal ones on because these are so cheap. There's a link in the description. These ones I think I can't remember what kit I got these with, but I didn't use them in the end. They're the usual metal ones are brass. You can get some steel ones, but I don't know whether they're genuine WPL. These are genuine WPL, and I think these are like a zinc alloy or something. But anyway, we're going to fit the metal gears in. I've got a spare 2-speed gearbox. I'm not sure if it works. I don't know if I broke this one. So it might have a 2-speed box. It might just have metal gears. Either way, we're going to take it in some mud, and I'm going to push it a little bit further than I did on the last video and just show you that a very cheap upgrade will do you all right. Now, the later ones also come with updated drive shafts that are stronger. They've also got a little like screw there to hold them on, but I think if I've got some spare metal ones, I can stick the metal ones on as well. They're the two essential upgrades I said you need to do, so we're going to whack them on. I'll put the cost on the screen now of what this will cost you, and then we're going to find some mud.
Right, so easing it in gently with the metal gears in the axles, metal drive shafts. I didn't get that 2-speed gearbox in the end. I think there was an issue with the selector on it, hence why I wasn't using it. It's one of the old 2-speeds. The new ones, I believe, are a little bit better. I've definitely had some decent runs with some of them 2-speed boxes, and even with the brushless motor in one as well. Anyway, easing this thing in gently into the mud. So just a quick update. There's still a few people that are accusing me of maybe hiding stuff and being dishonest. How much am I getting paid by WPL, etc. I'm not getting paid anything, and a lot of the stuff I've got I've paid for myself as well. I think WPL have sent me maybe 2 trucks to try. Banggood have sent me probably 3 or 4. I've got about 12 to 13, so there's no gain to me for being dishonest. This has got just the metal gears in it and the metal drive shaft. I've done nothing else to it. It's running a 2S LiPo now, so putting even more pressure on it to brake. When these run on the nickel metal hydride or the lithium ions, there's not as much power in there, whereas with this LiPo, there's definitely a lot more punch in there to brake stuff. And as you can see, got through that sticky mud fine. It's going on all the grass and stuff fine. And in a minute, you'll see when we finish this mud run that I load it up with a load of rocks. So you can see here struggling a bit, and this is why. A load of grass around the drive shaft, pulled it all off, and we're off again. Last little bit now in the mud and on the wet grass, you can see just giving it a bit more of a workout here, making it putting a little bit more strain on that transmission or on the drivetrain. No issues at all with it. That right front wheel is wobbling. He's doing my OCD, and I think it's the tyre. I didn't glue the tyre on quite right, so it's wobbling about a bit. And now we're going to take it into the garden and chuck a load of weight into it. I'll put on the bottom of the screen, I'll weigh these because I didn't weigh them at the time, but I'll put on the bottom of the screen how much weight's in it now, and then I'll add a little bit more in a minute. You can see that front, see how much weight's in there, that front bouncing up and down. Bit of a wheelie. Now, like I said, this has got the old stock gearbox in it, which again, it can be a bit of a weak point, but that motor's mounted in there properly, and you saw when I built it that I did crack the case as well, so it's not perfect in there, but it's pulling this thing along. Added a bit more weight now, and again, drivetrain fine. Get their metal gears in, get their metal drive shafts on, make sure it's all greased up and all fitted correctly, and as you can see, no problem at all. Anyway, I'll let you finish watching this bit. A couple more wheelies, lost a bit of the load there, and then we'll have a chat at the end. I'll see you next time.
So mud run, rock run done. We're still running. Axles, drive shafts, gearbox okay, springs, leaf springs still in place. Gearbox still good. Cheers for watching. I will see you next time.